The purpose is not making people look clueless. If a person is displaying that they are harmfully ignorant, I address that so if not the commenter, at least people who are willing to learn can learn. I would never say that the government loves white people. Apparently, you missed the numerous times where I've said that white supremacy culture harms everyone, including white people. The United States economy was founded upon the system of chattel slavery, which figures that labor costs are free. That's the white supremacy component. And that's why capitalism and corporations to this day value profit over personhood. That's the harms everybody component. And that's why, despite being one of the wealthiest nations in the world, the United States has the highest rate of poverty among developed nations. Poverty disproportionately affects Black, Brown, Indigenous, and other people of color because of obstacles placed in their way to prevent them from thriving. However, clearly, poverty also negatively impacts a great number of white people. Corporations that manufacture and sell pharmaceuticals would rather profit off of selling opiates than care about who is harmed, and the government supports capitalism and corporations. However, what's different about what's going on with opiates right now versus the opium wars in China or alcohol with Native Americans or crack being put into Black communities is that with opiates, that is the government and corporations not caring about who gets harmed regardless of race. Whereas with opium, alcohol, and crack, that was racially targeted sabotage of those communities. And we see that reflected in the disparity with how people suffering from the various addictions were viewed. The Chinese became known as the sick men of Asia. Native Americans were stereotyped by alcoholism, and Black people who were suffering from addiction to crack were vilified as dangerous criminals who culturally make bad decisions. Whereas people suffering from addiction to opiates are viewed as individuals with a disorder in need of treatment, and we are encouraged to exercise compassion in understanding the various factors that can contribute to addiction. Plus, with opiates, we are seeing legal action, such as that taken against Purdue Pharma, CVS, Walgreens, and Walmart, and we are seeing legislation to prevent the importation of substances like fentanyl from countries like China. With respect to how white supremacy culture harms white people, I think that's best summed up with the infamous quote of Lyndon B. Johnson, who said, "If you can convince the lowest white man that he is better than the best colored man, he won't notice that you are picking his pockets. Heck, give him somebody to look down upon, and he will turn his pockets out for you." Keeping in mind that Johnson was the president at the time of the Civil Rights Amendment and the Hart-Celler Act.